All right, so hey, how are you guys doing? This is the day one of the YouTube channel for the Seashell 86 up on the YouTube. Definitely looking forward to more of spreading love and positivity and just spreading God's words and just putting more light into people's lives, including my own, because I need this just as much as you do. So I'm wanting to follow more of this. Please spread the word, spread the knowledge, spread the encouragement. It's definitely needed into this in this everyday world that we live in. And I just want to say thank you. Again, if you are just a first time viewer, if you already have a relationship with God, you know who Jesus is, and you just want to dig a little bit deeper, you want to see one way about it, I encourage this channel for you to keep watching and stay in tune. And if you are just wandering around and you really just don't know who God is and you just don't know what positivity, encouragement is like, definitely take the chance to look inside what this channel has to offer. A lot of times at one point we don't know who, what, when, where, and why. And it just takes one thing that's something new, something different to lead us into a whole different direction in life. And that's the same thing that happened with me. At one point, I was just a woman. I did, Miss Brown's calling. I did a whole Christian, Rastafarian, Buddhism. I tried to make one religion. Then I did the whole Catholic. I did Rastafarian by itself. I didn't believe anything. I used to go to temples with the Cambodians. I just did it all, and basically just led me right back to this the path of God and knowing who His Son is. And through that, I experienced years and years and years of just revelation and just openness with my whole new self. And I'm continuing to take on that path, and hence why I'm doing this channel, so that people could look at me and see what it is that they can do as well. It's not every day that you look at yourself and say, I am tired of living this kind of life. I'm ready to do something new, and taking those steps. A lot of times we think these things, acknowledge these things, but don't step on these things. So I just want to be an encouragement to those who are just really diligently seeking for something new, and for me to be that example. So come with me and join me on this journey. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. There are three things that you need in order just to really step it up a notch for yourself. Matter where you are, whether you are a heavy seeker or you're just a first time seeker, the first thing you got to start with is acknowledgement. Dig deep within yourself and ask yourself, what is it that in my life that may need more of a love and encouraging factor? What is it about my life or the way that I think and feel and connect with myself that is a little bit of a void, of as an emptiness? There's something that I usually feel: sex, drugs, or alcohol, pornography, or just any type of abuse, anger, depression. What is it that I do another way to express my hurt and pain truly on the inside? When you start to acknowledge these things, you're actually gaining control in your life that you know that you probably have done without for a very long time. Usually stuff starts like this when we experience a traumatic experience at a very young age, and that could lead to many, many years of situations that repeats itself, devaluing, degrading, self-worth inflictions, like things that we just had no idea of why we ended up being promiscuous, or why we've been a binge drinker, or why we had food disorders. There's many things that we have went through when we were younger that led to many doorsteps and things that we just did not expect to walk through or take steps in. So acknowledge where you are at in life. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging your own actions as well as others, because when you do that, you start the second process, which is to accept. Accepting what is just important as acknowledging it, because that means you're embracing what occurred. You're being real. You're telling yourself, I am not perfect. This did not happen, or no, this did happen, and it did change me. It did have an effect on me. It had an effect on those that surrounds me, and I want to do something different about it. I want to take a stand. I want to be able to live a life of freedom. I don't want to be stuck in this bad relationship. I don't want to be stuck in depression towards myself. I don't want to be stuck and being angry and just full of guilt and pride and envy, all that stuff. Things that are not exactly on the opposite of love, or that are the opposite of love, you want to free yourself in. And so that will lead to into your third step, which is I just forgot, just like that. The first one is acknowledgement. The second one is acceptance. awareness. Wow, Rochelle, you get awareness. Yes, you are more prone, active within your senses of yourself. You are aware that there are things in your life that definitely was not the typical, the normal. It wasn't just like me growing up and I just experienced the best childhood. It's like, no, I really dealt with that and I had to make some dues, you know, make some things meet. And with that being said, you are aware of what it is that needs to change, and you that hopefully will lead you to a different way of life. Whether it's you starting talking to people about your problems, whether it's you actually going to a church and finding a church home, whether it's you getting involved with people that would influence more change versus being around the people that would keep you in the factor of what you want to change from. So you have acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness. With these three A's, you should definitely find yourself in a step further from where you're currently standing in order to really find yourself closer to the love that you really deserve. So, with all that being said, if you are finding yourself in this particular position, do what it takes by any means necessary. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. So, again, you got acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness. I hope with these three A's, it gets you closer to where you want to be. All right. I hope you guys have a great one. Stay in tune for day 2, whenever that will be. Maybe tomorrow, depending on this hurricane. Who knows? But stay tuned.